Hi everybody, Craig here. Welcome to episode 31 of my 1.5 versus 6 Age of Wonders 3 playthrough series. In this series, I'm playing against a team of 6 Emperor AI, although I did begin the game with an AI teammate set to Lord difficulty. In this series, I'm playing as the Goblin Rogue, Gnulsa Nightstar. In our last episode, we captured another throne city belonging to one of our opponents. In this case, it was the throne city of Edward Portsmouth, and I'm referring to the city of Gallon up in the northern part of the map. And you can see here that we now have control of it. It's a human metropolis, and we were able to conquer it using Beneaths and Volinara here, who, again, they were leading a stack of extremely powerful units, Shadowstalkers, and other miscellaneous units as well. So, again, we've conquered yet another throne city, but we haven't yet been able to eliminate Edward. And the same story goes for Uriana, who in an episode previous, not the last one, but the one before, we kind of had the same situation where we conquered her throne city, and then we saw Uriana up here somewhere, and now we have to hunt her down. So I imagine we'll have to do something similar with Edward here. So we have to figure out where he is, and then finish him off if possible. Now, before I dive into this episode, I did just want to give a couple of quick shout-outs to a few individuals who left some excellent comments on the previous episode. And I'm going to do something a little bit different this time, where I'm going to skip to one of the comments and actually engage in a battle here, and then we're going to go back and finish up the rest of the comments. So this comment is from Albtrom. Now, Albtrom actually had a suggestion here, which was, Grelka's units are sitting here waiting to attack my city. And, of course, Grelka's thrown this insect plague on the city. And I could actually lunge out and attack and preemptively attack these units, rather than letting Grelka's units over here join up and then overwhelm my defenders. And that's what Albtrom is suggesting. So I'm going to do that right now. And then we will get back to the rest of the comments. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want to let the turn flip over while I go through the other comments. So apologies for things being a little out of order this time, but I think this is going to be more efficient here. So let's attack this group. Ooh, Vengeful Frost. Okay. Fortunately, we should be able to handle that. Now, we are up against orcs, which means that they are going to be at a bit of a disadvantage when it comes to the magic damage that we're able to do with our different elemental types, I should say. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go back here, buff the tiger, and let them come to me. Now, we are going to take the charge. Oh, and there's that Dispel. That's fine. That opens them up now for some hefty attacks here. So there's a flanking attack there. We can do our Spirit attack here. Excellent. Then we should be able to get the finish without too much difficulty. Yep, there we go. And then as for our tiger, I think what we'll do is we'll retreat our tiger back. Throw him in defense mode. And let's see if we can keep the tiger alive. Okay, going for the Spirit Elemental. That's fine by me. Get a nice flank attack here. Very nice. Gives us a chance to step our Spirit Elemental away. Do some hefty damage. And get the kill, no problem. So there we go. We were able to thin out the crowd a little bit. Again, great point there from Albtrom. So now the city is in better shape, because even if these units group up, we should still be able to mount a bit of a defense against them, rather than them joining up with Grelka's other units. So I wanted to get that done real quick. And let's just see, before we end the turn, is there anything else here that I could potentially do before we let things flip over? So these are all join offers. I think I'm pretty happy with kind of what I have currently. Just seeing if there's anywhere else that I might consider having joined me. Let's just check underground real quick. So I do have some fairly decent cities underground that might be worth absorbing. Like perhaps this one. You know, we've got some units kind of in the vicinity that might be able to actually clear out some structures around here. I'm just panning to see if there's any roaming units in the immediate area. So we've got this. So we'd have to clear that out. That's one consideration. Yeah, you know what? I think that's what we'll do, is we'll group these units up, maybe head up and see if we can get rid of this, and then we will think about absorbing the city. So something to consider in the future. the city of Suet Sek here, we want to make sure we consider absorbing it because it is quite a powerful city, as you can see. Okay, let's flip the turn over, and then I'll go through the remaining comments here. So while the turn is flipping over, a comment here from Civ5 Addict. Civ5 Addict pointed out that I absorbed a city last episode that didn't have any guards. I believe it was underground here. I think it was a goblin city, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it was this one here. The city of Ubakal. And Civ5 Addict had wondered if perhaps the city guards were invisible. And I think that's possible, but my hypothesis as to why this city was unguarded is that I think it had previously belonged to one of my opponents, one of the opponents that I've actually since killed off. And that opponent didn't have anybody guarding the city at the time that I killed them or eliminated them from the game. Therefore, when the city became independent, it didn't have any guards. So that's my hypothesis as to why it didn't have any guards. But again, I'm not exactly sure who's right on that one. But I appreciate Civ5 Addict postulating as to why this city wasn't guarded. The next comment here is from Albtrom. So I'd already mentioned Albtrom's comment about attacking Grelka's units there, but there's a few other things that Albtrom pointed out. So Albtrom made a great comment about just how insanely powerful those Shadowstalkers are, in particular in the context of this battle where I was fighting against Juggernauts, and yet I didn't lose a single Shadowstalker. So I totally agree, Albtrom. They are extremely powerful. Missed opportunity to attack when the enemy units were not... let's see, what did I say here? I have the comments written down. We're not clustered at any underground city. Oh, okay, yeah. So this comment refers to there was a situation where I could have attacked Olarmian's units. And you can see here that they're currently not grouped up. So what I could have done is attacked this group and not allowed them to kind of group up in the way that you're seeing them do now. So I imagine now he's going to move this stack there and form a cluster of 3 units, which would be better defending the city and would force me to fight all the units here rather than just taking on some of them. So, again, great point there from Albtrom that I missed an opportunity to attack when I could have then cleared out some units and not had as big a battle on my hands. And then also Albtrom posted a great breakdown of city happiness events. So when you have a happy city, they can reward you with all kinds of weird and wacky kind of events that give you different bonuses. And Albtrom just kind of did a bit of a dive into the Age of Wonders 3 wiki and posted all the possible events. So check it out in the comments if you haven't had a chance, because it's a great breakdown. And actually, that's perfect timing. So big thank you to both Civ5 Addict and Albtrom for the excellent comments. As always, they are extremely appreciated. Okay, so it looks like our fleet here, our galleons, have come under attack from Grelka. Oh boy, and look at that. We've got some baby Kraken, we've got a hero, a Theocrat hero, and a shock trooper. We're going to be in tough, but let's see if we can do some damage here. We might be able to whittle down the forces pretty heavily. We're going to have to make efficient use of our cannons, though. So the big question is, who do we want to prioritize? I mean, the baby Kraken are going to do an insane amount of damage to my ships just by virtue of their... they have an ability here. I think they're called Terror of the Deep or something like that. Yeah. So basically, they do 6 extra damage against ships and embarked units. So I have to keep that in mind because that's going to be absolutely devastating if it lands on me. The shock trooper and the hero are obviously in need of killing. Now let's just see. If we were to move over here, I think we could still cannon blast pretty handedly. So let's see. What if we go like this? Not quite able to blast. So how does that work for lining it up? So yeah, we wouldn't quite be able to get a cannon shot. But if we moved a few more... There it is. That's what I'm after. Okay. So we can either attack the shock trooper or the hero. And I think in this instance we'll attack the hero. Ooh, excellent. And we immolate it as well. And then can we do another one? No such luck. So yeah, we're at a bad angle with this ship. And that's fine. We can keep our cannon shot kind of in reserve with that ship. Meanwhile, this one, we can advance like this and then do a straight-on cannon shot like that. I think that will play a little bit more nicely. for me. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that hero's dealt with. And now the question is, can we... Don't think there's any combination of angles that we're going to be able to hit that shock trooper, so we'll wrap up our turn there. Okay, Skin of Oil, so we're going to be a little bit more susceptible to fire damage now. But yeah, we're taking that ballista shots, which isn't fun. Now he's done a decent job of not lining himself up for big attacks, so I'll have to be careful. So with this galleon, I'm going to retreat back more or less as far as I can, I think, and then attack either the shock trooper or the Kraken. Just haven't decided which. Maybe the shock trooper, even though it's not a ranged unit. Let's see, if I go like this, am I obstructed? Yes, I am. So I'm going to have to figure out... You know what? Let's just retreat back here. And we'll go as kind of further back here. We'll blast the shock trooper for some damage, and then we'll retreat back like this. That gives us a chance to get our cannon shots back a little bit. So my big fear really is these Kraken getting in range of me, so I think I'm going to start trying to work on them a little bit. Yeah, and he's still not really lined up, so we'll start working on the Kraken as best we can here. We move back one more. There we go. Okay. There's some Kraken damage. And then we should be able to do more or less the same thing over here. Perfect. That's one down. And then we can back up. So we're just trying to take as much advantage of our ranged attacks as we can here. Tanking those ballista shots. Okay, now they have lined up. So we can actually get a cannon shot off here if we might not even have to move. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we can do this. There's some hefty damage. And then you know what? We could get up there and use our flaming arrows to perhaps kill both of them, actually. So let's see if we can make that happen. So if we go like... let's see if we go here. We can hit them both. And then... come in and try it again. I don't know if that's going to be enough to get the kill, mind you, but we can try it. There's that. And then, unfortunately, I think this one's going to still be alive, which is going to be not so much fun for me. So we'll move on down and do the exact same thing. Now, I could cast a spell. Maybe I'll do that just to finish him off here. I could do... Poison Blades just to get the kill. Ooh, and that's not going to be enough to get the kill. Ouch. Okay, what else we got here? Frost Missile. No, that's not going to do it either. Yikes, we might not have enough to get the kill here. Oh, that's a bit of a shame. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Now... Can we do quick dash on a... Oh, machines are not affected. Yeah, okay. Well, let's figure out where we have the best odds to actually get the kill here. So, with this one, the maximum is going to do 12, so we don't want that. What else we got? Rain of Poison Blades. Maximum... Oh, it's the same story. A maximum of 12. So we'd have to get a maximum roll. I don't really think that's worth it, honestly. The odds are so low of getting that max roll. Yeah, you know what? We'll suck it up, but we might lose a galleon or two here. Ouch! Yeah, that's the thing I was worried about. Yeah, there goes a galleon. Okay, well, at least they're in a line now. So what I'm going to do is retreat back a ways here. Be nice to get out of range of this Kraken, but I don't know if that's going to be possible, unfortunately. So what I'm going to do is light up these frigates. And then what I'm also going to do is come on in and kill off the Kraken, hopefully. Yeah, there we go. All right, now it's just us versus the boats. Yeah, and we should be okay now. I think we can handle the rest of these troops. So what we'll do is we will move on over, get the kill on the shock trooper, and now it's just a matter of dealing with these frigates. So... We'll go like this, and then we can do our fire attack. Very nice. Okay, and we're going to be able to now hopefully eliminate both enemies here. Let's see. If we back up one, we can do fire arrows. And then we should be able to do the exact same over here. We don't want to hit our own ship, so we'll back up one. There we go. Perfect. So we managed to survive with 2 of our galleons intact, albeit a little worse for wear. But we did eliminate Grelka's hero and all of Grelka's units. So all in all, not so bad. And unfortunately, our Lizardman Quarreler wasn't able to join into the battle, so that might have helped us out having an extra unit. But let's see, what's guarding this now? We've got... Oh, there's Grelka herself. Okay. Well, this is going to be a high-value target. We want to get in there and see if we can kill off Grelka, that's for sure. Oh, and here's more units converging on my city. So, looks like Grelka's really trying to kind of bring her force to bear as much as possible. Okay, so I was just looking to see what was going on up here at Slotor. So Alarmian's got his troops just sitting there. So we're going to need to bring our forces in and try to take the city from him. Which is going to be a tall order. What else was going on around here? Let's see if we got... Okay, so here's some of Uriana's units moving in. And there she's got some other miscellaneous units down below here. Okay, well, yeah, things are far from over. We've still got a lot of work to do with Uriana. So this is the same thing, I'll just say, that happened with Uriana, where she tried to surrender to me after I took her throne, and I would not accept. I'm going to have to finish these opponents off the hard way, and we're going to do the exact same with Edward. So we are going to decline your surrender. You're gonna fight and die like a man. So we're gonna say decline. There we go. None of this giving up early, Edward. And that was something that I had imposed on myself, I believe, at the beginning of the game, where I wouldn't accept any surrenders. We've got a proposal from POC. They would like to open their borders, absolutely. Glop? Huh. Kind of funny. They want to be our vassal right out the hop. Let's do it. Fantastic. Yeah, I think that's pretty funny. We've got POC and Glop right next to each other. Thugissus Jun would like to make peace with us. Absolutely. And I would like to hear from you when you are ready to talk. Now, did we do that with the other Goblin City? Let me double check that. POC, we want to make sure is ready to talk to us when they're... Yeah, okay, we've done that. We've got Imdar's Deep is offering a tribute, either a small army or some mana. I will take the small army. Very nice. There we go. We've got some extra troops. Might be able to use that to go and actually clear out these pesky units here near the city, and we might be able to then absorb the city and start using it for good here. So what we'll do is we will head our troops over this way. Might do this one in auto combat. I think we can handle it. It's saying closely matched. Let's see what happens. We managed to win. We only lost the one unit, so pretty happy with that outcome. Horned Helmet of the Verbose Dragon Slayer. I think we're going to sell that for gold. And yeah, once these units heal a little bit, we might be able to start clearing things out around here, so that's pretty great. We've had some domain invasions. Let's see. Berdelin we've had, so that's potentially these roaming units here. Looks like maybe they were part of a quest for somebody. Conda. That's, of course, this stack of units moving in. We could actually move out and attack them if we really wanted. And we may do that. Issel, we've had some units. Okay, that's this group right here, so they're causing us some trouble. Thankfully, we now have a Shadowstalker ready to defend the city, so that's no problem. We had some items arrive. Nice, the Reaper's Hood has finally arrived, so that, I think, would be a great replacement for the fur hat, which is a decent item. It provides that frost protection, but I'm actually more inclined to equip the Reaper's Hood, as it does give us weakening breath. And that way, if we wanted to do any conversions, that would also improve the odds. That would work with our Succubus. And it would also be great for Beneaths, because Beneaths does have inflict stun, which would benefit on the breath attack as well. So I think that's worth switching out. We'll sell off the fur hat. Let's see what else has arrived. Ooh, nice. We had the musical box arrive at Zhang, and that's going to give Zhang the ability to seduce units as well. So pretty useful upgrade there for Zhang. And then Shimmering Orb of Aldor has arrived. Now let's take a quick look. Is this better than what we already have? So we have extra hit points and regeneration, blight protection and resistance. Let's see. I think I'd rather keep the blight protection and resistance, honestly. And then the health is also pretty useful, so I'm going to actually sell this off, even though that is a pretty decent jewel item. Okay, any other... We have an alliance proposal from Karas. Absolutely. 87 gold, why not? Any others here? Yeah, here we go. Underground, we've got Swargir. Absolutely. Another vassal. Pretty powerful one at that, too. A decent-sized city. And we've had a Draconian. Absolutely. 60 gold, sure, why not? This is one that we're working on clearing stuff out around as well, so we could absorb it later on. Yeah, okay, that's pretty good. I'm quite happy with that. Just scrolling through to make sure there weren't any other alliance proposals. All right, very nice. So now let's start making some decisions here. So with this stack, we've been just clearing things out. And I'm going to head down and keep that trend going. We'll clear this structure out. Let them run, sure. A boar and some gold. Sure, I'll take that. And then this group, I'm actually going to head back this way. I want them to go up above ground and clear things out on the surface around my Draconian city here, as we've got some pretty great structures that would be amazing to bring into the Empire, like, for example, this Heart of the Volcano for the extra casting points. So let's go back underground. Yeah, that's going to do it there. And then this boar... what to do with the boar? Can't remember what I was doing with this group. So I think this group was just kind of on the hunt, clearing things out. So let's head over here. Let them run, sure. There's some gold. And then we can head over here. Now, can the boar make it all the way up there? I don't think so. Not quite. Well, we'll send the boar up that way to join in with this group. And then we should be able to do this one in auto combat. Yeah, no problem. Acid darts and ruby ring of heat deflection. We're going to sell that for gold. And then we could head over here, although I think maybe we'll wait for the boar just to provide a little bit of extra meat for this army. Now, as for our boats here, I think we're just going to keep doing what we've been doing, which is sending them north. And then this group can... Actually, we'll send maybe both of them further north. Yeah, this one can just keep on moving. There we go. Kind of just had this almost like a ladder here of units moving on up. And this is great because we're getting more and more of our units mobilized. And this group can join in with these galleons here. We've also got this Feathered Serpent that can join in as well. So we have this sunken city, and we're going to need a few more units, I think, before we're able to do it. So we're going to abort. Maybe once this ship makes it in, we'll have enough. All right. Let's see what else we got going on. So yeah, now lots of interesting things over here with Grelka. We have to decide if we want to try this battle, which I definitely think I do. Even if I end up... Oh, and there's some items there I didn't realize. Oh, dang. Well, I already moved off of them, so I think it's more important to just get in there and attack Grelka rather than worrying about that. Now, obviously, these galleons are in rough shape, but if I could kill Grelka, that would be an absolutely huge event for me here. So I'm going to see if I can do it. This is kind of risky, but just a few cannon shots should be enough. I'm a little worried about spells, though. Okay, we're fine. So there's Grelka. So now what we want to do is basically just prioritize, I think, killing Grelka. Although, maybe it would be better to actually kill off these other units and protect my galleon. Try and keep it alive. So, you know what? Let's retreat back. Blast the spearman. Retreat back with this one and blast the shock trooper. You know what? We could even move in and attack and kill the spearman. Yeah, there we go. I think the Quarreler is going to be just fine against the shock trooper. Yeah, no real problem there. Okay, fantastic. Then what we can do is we can advance and use our fire arrows there. And let's try for the ram here. Excellent. And our lizard man can actually get in behind and flank Grelka for some absolutely massive damage with the critical. Excellent. So there we go. Grelka is now in the void. So if we were able to capture her throne city in the next turn or two, we would actually kick her out of the game. We would finish her off. But I suspect it's going to take us a little bit of time to get to the throne city. That being said, that's still a huge victory for us. So we're going to absorb the dwelling here. In the meantime, I'm trying to remember. So the army I was sending over here, I believe, is Nero. Yeah, and here's Nero's group right now. So we just want to get them over there kind of as quickly as possible. Keeping in mind that Grelka has these Kraken and frigates that we have to watch out for. But with our Shock Serpent, I think we'll be fine. And our Banshee, they don't really need the boat, so I think we'll be okay. We want to get over there kind of as quickly as possible. We've also got a mermaid here. We managed to ghoulify. And then we also have a... oh, and look at this. Looks like Urian is about to capture Bertolin, which kind of sucks. Yeah, and I don't have enough to summon a unit there. I don't think this group can make it there in time, sadly. Yeah, that's a real shame. Oh well. Nothing we can do about it at the moment. I think maybe I'll head back. Well, actually, this is the big question. Do I want this group to maybe... No, you know what? I think this is more important. Let's keep going for the Throne City. Yeah, that's far more important than worrying about this little Frostling city that I'm absorbing. I mean, it sucks because I spent a bunch of turns absorbing it and I'm going to lose it, but that's fine. I'd much rather go for the Throne City now that Grelka is in the void. Yeah, this city's going to come under attack yet again here from all these units, which is not ideal. Here's another situation where I may want to actually preemptively attack rather than waiting for this hero and Black Knight to join in. We've also got a unit down here moving into attack, so... Yeah, you know what? Let's maybe do that. Ooh, and that was kind of a mistake. Now we don't have enough movement to get back. Dang it. Oh well. So let's engage, since we're already here. You know what? I'll let this one go in auto combat. Ooh, and we lost all of our initiates. Yeah, I probably should have done that manually. Oh well. So we'll group back up, and we'll head back as much as we can. Yeah, unfortunately, we can't quite make it to the city. That's a shame. So yeah, it looks like we're probably going to lose it to this unit here, just walking in and taking it from us. Yeah, that was... I should have done the math on how far I could go out. Oops. Again, this city isn't critical or anything like that, but it is kind of a draw for Grelka's units, and it's been working as a way to kind of keep her units sort of distracted, I guess, in a way. Okay. What else we got going on? Let's see. Now, with Edward, so we had... Bolinara's group was going to head over this way, if I remember right. Yep, and go for that city. And you know what? We could even grab this watchtower since we're here. Let's do that. Very nice. Now we just got to remember to group that unit back up. That's all. And then we can go hunt down this city, kill off the human warlord, hero of Edward. Another juggernaut guarding it there. We should be okay. And then meanwhile, this stack, we are going to send over this way and go underground eventually is the game plan here. So let's start working our way over that direction. We'll leave this guy here to guard the city. Now, as for Slotor, which is the former throne city of Gnarlspin Lurkersleven, we had taken it from him, and now, unfortunately, Alarmian has control of it. Let's see if we can maybe recapture it here with what we've got. We've got a fairly decent army of units. We're going to have to deal with the walls, though, which is kind of a pain, but you know what? I think we've got a decent chance. Oh, it's saying probable defeat. And you know what? 2 Magical Riders, I think they might be right, actually, now that I think about it. What do we got? Do we have anything else to reinforce? We do have another rock down here that we could send up that way. Take a few turns to get there, unfortunately. The settler, we're just kind of running away. And then we've got, yeah, some boats heading up north. We need those up there to kind of help us out a bit. Urgum is now in our control, so let's do... Well, let's do a Swarm Darter for starters, just to have something on the city, basically. So yeah, the big question is, do I want to try this battle out? I mean, I've got some pretty strong units, but... Yeah, I just don't know. It'll depend if the Magical Riders are going to come out and face us in the open ground or not. Oh, I'm so... You know what? I want to do this one, and I think I'm going to try it. I might regret this, but I'm going to try it. I have spells as well. I suppose so does he, though. Might use a last stand or something, which would really not be very pleasant for me. Okay, we got to get this off of the Firstborn, that's for sure. So let's throw a Dispel on there. What are the 2 effects? There's Skin of Oil. Oh, and this Festival of Light as well. Well, that's all right. We want to get rid of the Skin of Oil. Very nice. Okay. Now the Nomad Rock is going to head over that way. Meanwhile, our other units are going to go kind of up the gut here. Unfortunately, getting weakened by that Filth Pit attack. It's not the most fun thing ever. So we'll move in. Again, we want to just attack the gates, basically. Our Firstborn could potentially scale the wall. Torch Priest is going to have to do another Dispel, I think. Yeah, there it is. Meanwhile, the Rock, I suppose, can go over here as a bit of a sacrifice. Give us a chance to get in behind the wall. There's another Skin of Oil. We're at least wasting his, kind of wasting his casting points, which is great. So the Rock's going to die, but we can at least, in the meantime, just sort of keep on doing what we're doing. There we go. So now let's get up on the wall, maybe. Although, maybe it's better to just attack the gate. Yeah, there we go. Let's attack the gate. The reason I'm hesitant to get on the wall is because that then invites a really big attack from the Magical Rider, and I think we're going to need the Firstborn in combat here, because it's such a powerful unit. Okay, that's just fine, going after my Slither. Slither may die, but... You know what? Now, oh, it's still got movement. I was going to say it'd be great if we could get up on the wall at this stage, but just not thinking that's really that viable an option, unfortunately. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw on Dispel, fail. Let's do a quick dash on our Slither and then do a slip away. Oh, nice, and it put us in behind the wall. That's perfect. We can get a charge going with our Wargrider here, so let's do that. Excellent. Okay, that reduces movement over there. This guy can't get to us if we try climbing the wall, so let's do it. Should be safe. All right, perfect. So we got our firstborn up into the castle, or into the fort, I guess. And now our Forge Priest is in a bit of trouble, so we'll have to kind of retreat back with him a little bit. So let's kind of get out of there a little bit here. We'll run back like this. Oh, ouch. Alright, now let's get in there and see if we can get rid of this skin of oil, perhaps. Okay, that's great. Firstborn is in some trouble here, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be able to kill off this Magic Rider. It's so powerful. Jeez. Just look at that. Yikes. Meanwhile, the Slither, with some spell casting, I think we'd be able to. What else could we do? Frost Missile, maybe? Poison Blades. See, what I maybe should have done is done something like Great Stoning or Mass Bless. Might be too late for the Great Stoning. Yeah, I should have thrown this on right at the beginning. That would have helped me out quite a bit. That's definitely a missed opportunity on my part. Let's do it now. It'll help a little bit. Now, can we... I think we want to throw in on defense mode. Although these have Guard Breaker, I think, don't they? Let's see. Can't remember if they have... No, they don't. Okay. Yeah, that stoning would have made a big difference had I used it earlier. Oh, and there goes the... Okay, the Slither survived and actually killed off the one Magic Rider, which is huge. I'm going to move over. And now, with the Forge Priest, we've already used Slip Away, unfortunately. We can step up. We can do some reasonable damage here. Nothing crazy. Alternatively, we could try and get the Skin of Oil off of the Firstborn, which would be actually very helpful. So you know what? Let's try that instead. Oh, geez. Come on. All right, we're going to throw the Slither in defense mode, and then we're also going to throw on Quick Dash here for the health, I think. Yeah. Okay, there's that stoning helping us out. Okay, that's totally fine. And now we can get the finish with the Firstborn. Let's do that. Perfect. Oh, that was great. Okay, so it's... I mean, it sucks that we lost a few of the units, but... And we used up a lot of casting points, but we got the city back. That's the most important thing. There we go. Now it's back in our control. That's exactly what we needed. Now let's start pumping out some units here to help defend the city. So we'll do a Blight Doctor. Because, again, that's probably not the last we're going to see from those units. I imagine more will come out from the cave entrance there. Okay. Let's check the Shadow Realm. Actually, let's check the Underground here. So, yeah, now we have to decide. So we actually do have an opportunity where we could attack this group, and this group. And then we wouldn't have to fight any of these units here. I just don't know if we're quite strong enough. We've got 3 Shadow Stalkers. I mean, that should be pretty sufficient. A lot of Firstborns, though. This is actually quite a dangerous battle, and I've already used up some of my casting points, so I don't know. Also, maybe we want to... Oh, you know what? I was going to say we want to maybe re-juggle our stack, but I think Gnulsa's leading the group pretty well, so we'll leave it as it is with her there. So we'll go like this, and like this. And then, you know what? We're going to do it. We're going to attack. Now, let's just see what's on the city. Scorched Earth, Hideout, and the Hammer. So, okay. All right, here goes nothing. Let's try it. I'm not sure if this is going to work out for us here. So you can see we've got 3 Magical Riders, a War Breed. This will be a tough battle for sure, but I think we can handle it. Let's try it out. We're just going to have to play this one smart. Or at least try to play it as smart as we can. Thankfully, we used up a bunch of Alarmian's casting points in that previous battle, though. He kept throwing on Skin of Oil, which kind of wasted a lot of his casting points, I think. All right, Touch of Faith. We're going to put on our best Shadow Stalker here. And then we're going to just try and get in and get over the wall, more or less. So go like this. Go like that. As for our Succubus, we can start throwing curses at our Firstborns here. Nice, and we actually landed one. That's great. Meanwhile, over here, I think I'm going to charge in with the Ogre and go for the gates on this side. We can drop a nice big heal on the Ogre, who is a little bit in rough shape. And then our Foot Guard can advance. And our Phalanx can advance. And our Big Beetle, who can actually attack the city walls, let's not forget, can also advance. I did forget we have the Brew Brother here who can throw some extra health on, so let's do that with our Phalanx unit. Yeah, there we go. And then in the middle here, we've got the Knight and the Outrider and our 2 Reanimators there who are going to be useful if I can manage to kind of leverage them properly. Kind of want to spread out my units a little bit more than I have, though. I'm not being the most mindful of spreading them out. All right, that should be good for the first turn. Well, I guess Shattering Hammer doesn't have an AoE. I thought it did. I thought it had like an area splash, but maybe I'm wrong on that one. Okay. So yeah, I think we're gonna just charge in for the Prospector here. Go in pretty aggressive. There's a kill. And then we will step up. We're actually going to shadow step our way right into the fight here. And yeah, we're going to do this with this one as well. You know what? We might even shadow step in to kind of protect this one just a little bit from attack. There we go. Earth Elemental can step up. Succubus is going to advance as well and try to get in behind the wall. Gnulsa, I think I'm going to stick with my main group here. I'm just looking at abilities. We do have healing, which we want to make sure we take advantage of. We have Shadow Step and Sprint and Assassin Strike, so all of those are going to come in handy. So we'll get Gnulsa in there. We don't want to put her in any danger, obviously, but we do want her involved. Our Big Beetle can charge right in and go for the... Oh, and I forgot our Ogre can also attack the walls. That's huge, so... Yeah, let's do that right here. Oh, big damage there. That's great. And the rest of our units can just kind of all head on over. Foot Guard, we might as well climb the wall since we're able to. Everybody else can just kind of advance. So we want to get them in behind the walls if we can. The Knight can move over like this. Outrider. Just kind of advance everybody a little bit. Yeah, there. I think that's pretty good. Let's see what happens now. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Killing off my poor little crossbowman. Shadow Stalker's making short work of some enemy units over there. Looks like he's coming out to face me on the open ground, which is... I guess that's okay. What I am going to do is use the Reanimator. Oh, he's standing on the corpse. Dang it. I was going to summon a Cadaver just to suck up some movement points, but I guess instead what I'll do... Now, here's where having Shadow Step might actually be really helpful, is that I can jump on down like this and engage the Magical Rider a little bit. Yeah, there we go. You know what? Let's try for a Petrifying Touch. I should have done that first, actually, before I attacked Shadow Stalker. And it was actually successful, which is quite useful for me there. What are my odds? Oh, no seduction attempts on the firstborn. Let's see. Just thinking about where would it be most effective to attack here. Well, let's do a backstab like this. Oh, look at that critical backstab. Devastating. And there's the kill right there. Fantastic. So then now let's advance here. Oh, and I didn't mean to do that with melee. That was a mistake. Hopefully that won't bite me in the butt. I meant to use the ranged attack, and I got a little overzealous. Okay, now remember, the Warbreed can heal with regrowth, so if we're going to attack the Warbreed, we have to sort of commit to doing as much damage as we can. Trying to get the, more or less get the kill almost. You know what I think I'm going to do is park the Ogre like this. I'll let the foot guard get up on the wall at least. Then we can do a little bit of damage, but its regrowth is going to make up for that. Now, as for the Manticore Riders, we want to get our Phalanx over here because we're going to need them. Our Reanimators are going to retreat back because they're not equipped to deal with what we've got here. Meanwhile, our Knight can kind of get in position. And our Outrider can retreat back a little bit. And then as for Gnulsa, I think we want to just get Gnulsa in behind the wall, perhaps. Although, you know, getting over here to drop a heal wouldn't be so bad either. So that we can get that kind of on its cooldown and then hopefully use it again. So we'll do that. And we just got to watch out that we don't do anything silly with Gnulsa. And then our Big Beetle as well can advance over. I think that's going to do it. Now let's see what happens. Yeah, see, that's exactly... I didn't want to put my... Yeah, that's such a shame. I definitely made a mistake when I moved my Succubus over the way I did. That was kind of ill-advised, that's for sure. But we'll make do. So we want to get Gnulsa out of there because obviously not a great position for her to be in currently. We do need to finish off this Manticore Rider while it is petrified, so let's start doing that. Oh, fantastic. Big kill there. That's huge. Now we can start beating up this Manticore Rider, which I think we'll do. Yeah, and unfortunately, we are probably going to lose this Succubus. I don't really think there's any way we're going to survive with this Succubus. Might almost be better off just trying to throw a curse or something, but... Yeah, man, that's a shame. As for these two, let's go over like this and then Shadow Step down in behind. Do some work like that. And then... we could go down and attack the Forge Priest, I suppose. You know what we could do is try for a seduction. I was going to say if it worked, we would just suicide the Forge Priest onto the Manticore Rider, but fortunately it didn't work. We'll just do that instead. Yeah, it's such a shame losing that Succubus, but oh well. That's what happens when you misclick. Okay, so our Foot Guard is coming under some attack here, so we got to get in behind the wall, so... Perfect. There, okay. Now we can get our Priest up there to help out. Very good. Our guy in defense. And do a little bit of damage to help out. You know what? We'll even get our Outrider in there to help. Or so slightly. And we'll move our Reanimator in to try to assist. Meanwhile, this one can try to help out over there if possible. As for Gnulsa, I think what I'm going to do is retreat back up to the wall just to get out of harm's way. And then do a little bit of Shock Bolt action here. Nice. We can probably... Yeah, and there we go. Get the kill. That's exactly what we needed. Now, hopefully... Ooh, and look at it. Gnulsa could get killed here. I didn't really think that one through. I mean, again, I think Gnulsa will be fine, but that would be really unfortunate. You know what? Let's step over there with a defensive strike. Very nice. And we'll get over here with the big beetle to help out. The knight can stay where it is. Oh, and there goes my poor succubus. Again, that's just because of that misclick, really. We're going to do some backstabbing here. Oh my god, look at how absolutely devastating that was. That was just insanely strong. With the critical and the backstab, oh my gosh. Just brutal. Okay, so this is still on cooldown. Otherwise, we'd start healing up our other units here. So we'll get out from... We want to get back in the walls there so we're not taking the extra attacks. Or the extra damage from Shattering Hammer on those units. So now we've got this Firstborn who needs to die. So let's step around here. Do a nice flank shot. You know what we're going to do is go like this. And then Devastating Charge. Perfect. Move on over. Grab ourselves a cadaver because we can. Meanwhile, we're going to step over here. Grab another cadaver. This time it's a gold medal one, which is great. And then over on this side of things, we have to deal with the Warbreed who's causing some trouble. So let's go like this. Do a nice big flank shot. Step our Brew Brothers back. And then we'll get the kill with the Brew Brother, I guess. Perfect. There we go. That takes care of that battle. So let's see. We really only lost the Crossbowman and the Succubus. And the Succubus was mostly just due to a kind of a brain fart on my part. So yeah, pretty good outcome there, that's for sure. So now let's kind of consolidate our troops a little bit. So we can advance like this. And then with Gnulsa, we will advance as well. And then we want to put one of these strong units with Gnulsa, I'm thinking. So probably, I guess we'll move the big beetle in with Gnulsa. And then the rest of this stack can advance. You know what, I think we're going to have to... Let's see. We can go like this. And then the priest can join this group. And then I think we can do this, and that will bring everyone in. Yeah, so all of our units are going to come along for the ride. And we've got a fairly weak army that we're fighting here. So now let's do it. So take 2 on that battle. And I believe that wall should still be broken on the left side. And it looks like it is. Yeah, there it is. So you can see it's damaged from the previous battle. Although, unfortunately, the units that would take advantage of it are on the other side of the map. Alright, Shadow Stalkers can advance. I almost forgot I want to throw Touch by Faith on. I actually should have thrown Healing on because that has the cooldown. Whereas the other one is a one-time use. However, our Brew Brother... Oh, you know what? This is a great opportunity. I can throw on Nourishing Meal on the Earth Elemental, and with Regrowth, it'll benefit more from it. So, good chance to do that. Send the Ogre in as well. I think we'll keep most of these units back, to be honest. I'm going to buff the Knight, though. Yeah, there we go. We'll keep our Reanimators, I think, kind of in reserve. Cadaver can just charge in and basically be a bit of a sacrifice. Yeah, I'm pretty happy so far with this. All right. Little damage there, nothing we can't handle. Ooh, lighting our cadavers on fire. That Warbreed is rotating over, but it's just a matter of time until our Shadow Stalkers get in behind the wall here, which they're now able to do. So those two Shadow Stalkers can probably deal with that guy. Meanwhile, this one can get in there. The Ogre can step up and start attacking that wall. Try and let some more troops in. Meanwhile, our Big Beetle can just get in through the previously damaged wall. And Gnulsa, we're going to sprint our way in behind the wall as well. And then once we're here, might as well do a little damage. There we go. Blue Brother can advance. Cadaver can advance. There we go. This Cadaver can advance and be a distraction. And then, yeah, these units over here are just going to chill. Nice. Cadaver's doing their job well. Soaking up hits. And because they have a gold medal, they will come back. They have Resurgence. Alright, what else we got going on? So, yeah, so this Warbreed is now basically doomed as he's frozen solid, as you can see. I suppose I could try and... Maybe I can try and charm him. Oh, and it failed. That was worth a try. These Phalanx units are going to need to be dealt with, though. So we'll step up like this. Here we go. And then this one as well, same story. Now let's just charge in and attack them. Okay, our Ogre is actually taking a bit of punishment, so we'll have to be kind of careful. We don't want to lose him. He's quite powerful, quite leveled up. Unfortunately, that wall has 1 health left. I can't even believe it. Yeah, we'll send our Phalanx over. Our Earth Elemental can get involved now behind the wall. Put guard. Everybody else can just stay out there. Really don't need them. It would probably be a good idea to kill off the Warbreed while I can, so I am going to do that. Very nice. Alright. Yeah, I probably need to pull the Ogre back, because he's really taking some punishment. Shadow Stalker's doing their thing. Gnulsa does have healing, which I could use on the Ogre, as it is in rough shape. Alternatively, I could just throw it on one of these Shadow Stalkers, and I think I'll put it on this one. I think the Ogre will be fine. I just have to make sure it's not in really the line of fire, so we'll retreat back. Oh, and that unfortunately means that the wall is still going to be a non-option for me, because it's got 1 health left, and I need another Demolisher. But that's okay. So now, let's see. We want to attack the Phalanx here, so let's do that. Some hefty damage. Unfortunately, our Shadow Stalker took quite a beating. Gnulsa's already done her thing, so now we can attack again. Nice, we got the kill there. No problem. Let's go in and attack. Excellent. And then a follow-up here. Big Beetle. We need to be kind of careful with the Phalanx units, but I think we're alright. And then let's step over here. Foot guard and everybody else can just kind of stay back. Lucky coming through for us there a bit. The Knight just tanking damage from that Trebuchet. I suppose I could have retreated them back out of range of the Trebuchet, but at least that keeps the Trebuchet from attacking my other units. Yeah, let's get this guy into the wall here if we can. Alright, we'll attack the gate. There, we're going to attack the hero. Do a little damage. Nothing crazy, but every little bit's going to help. And then for Gnulsa, we can actually do an assassin strike here and probably just get the kill. We're very close to it. Not quite the kill, but close. Alright, so now we just got to get the finish with somebody else. We can use our... cavalry here to do it. Like this. Nice flank attack there. Alright, so now let's do a flanking shot with our Earth Elemental. And then we're going to move over here, jump in behind. Oh my gosh, and get some devastating damage there. And then follow that up with another one. And there goes the hero. Now it's just a handful of units that are left. Jump in behind and get the stab there. Perfect. Yeah, and the ogre just needs to not die, hopefully. I'm going to start moving my reanimator over that way. Oh, the priest getting pummeled back there. Yeah, I should have retreated that priest back further, because obviously don't want the priest to die. That's a good healer unit. Alright, so really I think it's just the trebuchet now that's left. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get there in a single turn, I don't think. No, so it'll live for another turn here. We'll break the gate open. Brew Brother's fine. You know what? We'll just retreat everyone back. No sense putting them at additional risk here. And then Gnulsa, does she ever heal back? Okay, one more turn. So next turn we'll drop a heal on somebody. Ooh, and I forgot to move the ogre into the wall, but thankfully that didn't kill it. Okay, so now we've got our heal back, so let's use it. This Shadowstalker is a little worse for wear and could use some help. Okay, so now we can just beat up on this trebuchet. Perfect. Pretty clean battle all in all. And there goes the city. Yeah, we really only lost our cadaver. So, all in all, pretty good battle. We took some unnecessary damage with this priest, though. But that's alright. Thankfully, the priest can heal. Oh, look at this. Bunch of items here. You know what? Let's move Gnulsa in there to kind of police the items. Alright, what do we got? So, that's going to be sold. Cowl. Got a torso gear. That's going to get sold. Kind of a weak shield. That's getting sold. Pretty decent melee weapon here. But I think we're in good shape. And we've got a really solid one here with this trident. So we're going to sell that off. A pendant that gives lucky. That's not bad, but I am going to sell that. Some leg guards that give shock weakness, frost protection, and defense. I'm going to sell them. Even though the boots I have aren't that great, I don't want the weakness. That's the thing We'll keep the bow. Might as well. We don't actually have a bow, so... Alright. So, that takes care of that city now. Let's zoom out. So, we've got... Ramond is the next city if we kind of move up this way and keep charging. We're going to fight through Ramond and then get to Ambrador. That's looking like kind of the path to get where we need to go. So let's group up, make sure that we're able to move effectively here. And we want healer probably... Oh, yeah, I guess we have the Brew Brother in this stack, but might also be good to put the priest in there, actually, just for the extra healing. And then this group can follow along in the rear. And when this little guy has enough movement left, he can join in. We might even actually give him a reanimator just to keep him alive. Let's see, can we move one more? Yes, we can. So we will like that and like that. There we go. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with that outcome, sieging that city. We're making progress, that's for sure. Now up here, we're bringing this group of units we're going to chow through this diggable area here and go straight for the throne and try to meet our units when they get there. So let's start digging. Dang, we're just creating a path here. There it is. All right, so now once we're through, we're going to pop out right here and then go straight for the throne city. So let's start sending our units up. There's a stack, and then this group here. We could start clearing some structures for a little extra experience while we're on our way through. I'm a little hesitant. I don't want to lose any units, but I think we'll be fine. Yeah, we should be okay at this point. Our units are quite powerful. Sure, we'll take a unicorn. Even if it's just cannon fodder. Yeah, no problem there. Ooh, look at this. A legendary shield item that gives +2 fire range strength and +1 spirit range strength. Some pretty solid boots and a gold. I mean, again, this is a great item, but at this point, I think I'm happy with kind of everything else I've got. So I'm just going to keep selling stuff, and then we'll just go park behind our unit that's digging. Meanwhile, the unicorn is going to probably just join in with this group, so let's just do that. Again, this group is moving in to reinforce. We just, because the ogre had already used some of its movement, I didn't want to leave him by himself. So, yeah, that'll do. I think that's more or less kind of our major underground stuff. We did have a few other miscellaneous units here. I think this group was heading up above ground in this vicinity. Head down this way, I guess. Now, what do we want to do over here? I'm thinking we go off and kill these units. We can actually get this group to the city more or less. So let's head over. Yeah, there. We can at least have one unit guarding the city. Meanwhile, this stack can go... Ooh, you know what? We do have to be careful, though, because this group actually could make it to the city in a single turn. So you know what? Maybe we want to... You know what? Let's divide the army. So we'll leave the best fighters back. And we'll send this little troop off to kill this this stack of units. Yeah, there we go. I think that was a decent solution. And then, yeah, we'll turn these ones around to rejoin. But, yeah, we're at least guarding the city now. That should be sufficient against what's coming at us. I think we'll be fine. We've got a healer and this stack, so not too concerned. The only thing is if they attack this unit, it's going to pull the Feathered Serpent in and not the Shadow Stalkers, which would be kind of unfortunate. Now, Zhang's group can make landfall over here. This is going to be a lot of fun, I think. Yeah, we're going to have Zhang push and go for this city. All right, now, this Feathered Serpent... We actually don't have anything guarding Lunaris here, so you know what? Let's get an Initiate to have something. And then the Feathered Serpent, we're just going to keep on heading up to meet the rest of our units. We'll just quickly jump around, and then I think we'll call it an episode. Okay, this stack, I think we've already made friends here, yep. So this group was... I'm trying to remember. Is this a vassal? Oh, this is a vassal of Brelka. Interesting. So this group over here... Might be better to kind of send them back this way, actually. Now that I'm looking at it. Yeah, let's head back this direction. You know what, we can even clear this out as we're moving through. You know what, we're going to do No Mercy purely because I want to use this as an opportunity to do some repairing. And I think that'll be a good place to end the episode right there. All right. So, let's see, can we entice them to come out? Probably. Oh, and of course I said I want to heal, and I didn't take advantage of it. Yeah, let's move over here and do a nice heal. Alright, there they go. I was just waiting for them to come out to play. Okay, so we're going to retreat back. Do some big damage there. And follow it up with the same exact thing. Perfect. All dead. And then we can retreat back. Big hefty damage there. And then we can go and repair another one of our ships. Alright, now we should be able to just get the finish, but before I do that, decide which one needs to heal. There we go. And then we can advance like this. Do some fire arrows. Perfect. Nice and clean. Buckler of the King's Guard and a Bleak Warg. Pretty good items, but again, at this stage, we're just going to sell them. And then let's group back up. Yeah, and I think having this stack kind of moving over here to help us out with what's going on in case Uriana's got, again, units that are in the water. I'd rather have this stack moving into assist, so... Yeah, pretty decent there. I think we'll end it there. A few more things left this turn, but, you know, we've taken care of a lot of the big stuff, so... we definitely made some progress. I mean, we reclaimed Slotor, and we battled for Olarmian City underground, and we were able to raise it, thanks to Scorched Earth on Olarmian's part. And yeah, overall, I mean, again, we're pushing him back right to his throne city, just like we did with the other opponents. So yeah, now it's just going to be a matter of hunting them down. Not to mention that we sent Grelka to the Void. So yeah, overall, pretty productive episode, I would say. We're going to save it right here. We're calling this one episode 31. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one.